Here I am, Sister Cyn, aka Sister Cynthia at the Shaker Village in Pleasant Hill, giving you another time travel report. Got the magic time travel frog in my pocket. So I had got rotated to another duty. Remember I said earlier that the brothers and sisters in the Shaker Village all had work responsibilities to do. And let me tell you, work is hard in the early 19th century. I am tired when I go to my bed at night. So anyway, I'm on a new work duty. I got rotated out of the kitchen, and now I'm working on fabric, manufacturing fabric. Now I'm here in the early years of the Shakers, and we're doing our manufacturing our fabric using a spinning wheel, and you can see the wool here from our sheep, and also right behind me I think you can see the loom here. So I'm working in the sister shop on spinning and weaving. Now I'm sure glad I learned some of those skills when I was a fake shaker at Pleasant Hill back in 2000, I think. Gosh, I'm a long way back in time. So here I am at the sister shop, and I'm not as good at it as most of the ladies because, you know, they've been doing this stuff since they were kids, and I just learned and did it a couple of summers. But look, I've made my first shawl out of undyed wool on the loom. I'm pretty excited about that. But you know, some of the sisters looked at it and says, Sister Cyn, you are a pretty bad weaver. You're going to have to work on those skills before you do some of the finer things. Now, a lot of people think the Shakers hated technology and never used new technology. And that's a little misleading. The Shakers love new technology, but here, when I am here, this is it's 1825 right now, and you know, they just didn't have a fabric that was made in factories. The Industrial Revolution hasn't started yet, so they had to shear their sheep, they had to grow the linen, they had to process those fibers and make it into the fabrics and the things that they needed. Of course, I'm in Kentucky, so cotton doesn't really grow here, but they could import maybe some raw cotton. I'm not sure if they do that. I've only been working with wool so far. But the Shakers love technology. If they had the money, and of course they're very economically successful because they pooled all their goods. They own hundreds of acres here. Everybody's assigned work they have to do. So, you know, they're getting ahead of the average pioneer out there. They're dressing nice compared to a lot of people because their clothes are probably cleaner because, you know, they got a special laundry where women are rotated in every month to do the washing for everybody. So they get the work done. Gosh, I'm losing my focus here. I've got to talk fast because the sisters are going to be in here soon. But anyway, if technology was available, they would adopt it. So in the future, right, in the future, in 20 years, in the 1850s, you know, if the Shakers could buy fabric made in a factory, they did. And I'm going to tell you, the sisters are going to be pretty happy in the future to dump the spinning and weaving, so then they could use their skills on other things. So a lot of what we're doing here is for the Shakers to wear here. But the Shakers also made products to sell to the outside world. Now, the millennial law said they're not supposed to mix with the outside world unless they get special permission from the leaders. So most of the average Shakers, like me, Sister Cyn, we don't really go into the outside world. But they did have special Shakers, men usually, that would go into the outside world and sell their products. And they produced all sorts of things. For instance, a lot of the villages, especially in the Northeast, produce furniture for sale. Now here in Kentucky, most of the furniture they make is for our own dwellings here. But they produce a lot of herbs. They have acres of different herbs that they grew, and they sold those products to people in the outside world. Now we think of herbs as something you only use in cooking, but herbs had a lot of medicinal value in this time that I'm living in today. So people would purchase the Shaker herbs because they knew they were high quality, and they would use those for different medicines that they made. The Shakers also grew lots of vegetables and fruits, obviously for us here, the brothers and sisters, to eat, but they also let things go to seed, and they packaged and sold seeds. So they sold a lot of products to help support themselves. So they weren't just subsistence farmers, right? They grew stuff for themselves and fed the Shakers here well. We eat good, but they also produce extras that they could sell all over Kentucky. Here at Pleasant Hill, we load our stuff. We load it on the Kentucky River on boats at Shaker Landing. We ship it to the Ohio, and then out from there down the Mississippi. So our products go everywhere. And you know, this is a pretty good life for 1821. I'm going to have to say, though, I do miss a few of the modern conveniences, like flush toilets. They don't have that. That's a technology that hasn't gotten here yet. So stick with me. I'll be back soon. I hear the sisters coming to spin and weave, and I don't want them to think I'm a complete nut.